Okay. Alright. Peace, y'all. This is Megan from Simply Megan Astrology. I'm here today to talk about the different flavors of the zodiac signs. I'm going to talk about Aries right now. Of course, there are tons of different Okay. Of course, there are tons of different ways that you can look at the data in the sky, different calculations, different variables, different angles, all those things come into consideration. For purposes of this video, I'm pretty much going to focus on your sun sign. You can also apply your rising sign or your moon sign. Your rising sign, also known as your ascendant, is kind of the air that you give off of how you come off to other people. And then your moon sign has to do with your emotional side and how you process things emotionally. But I'll get into that in other videos. So but I will get into that in other videos. So the first sign being Aries, a fire sign. I have done videos on the fire, air, earth, and water elements. So the simple math that I'm going to apply right now to each zodiac sign is basically separating it according to 12 sign astrology. Now I know that there are other types of astrology, 13 sign, Vedic. There's a lot of different flavors, a lot of different interpretations. This is my own personal understanding. So according to 12 sign astrology, if you take a circle that is 360 degrees and you separate that into each of the 12 zodiac signs, you would have 30 degrees for each zodiac sign. So when we're looking at the fire element, we look at the other fire signs besides Aries, which are Leo and Sagittarius. So those come into play because now we take that 30 degrees and break them into 10-degree increments, which makes 3. So now the Aries, Leo, and Sagittarian come into play because they affect each of those different 10 degrees in a different way. So we hear people talk a lot about cusps, and I'm on the cusp of this sign and that sign, based on if your birthday starts approximately around the 20th, 21st of the month. That's when we see the sun going into the next zodiac sign. So for example, Aries starts on March 21st. That would be the beginning of Aries season as we know it. So Aries that are born between March 21st and March 30th, they will have a double Aries influence because their sun is in Aries, but then also because of that first 10 degrees, Aries is the secondary fire element that's going to apply to those specific decan or degrees. So Aries is very pioneering, very energetic. It's a go-getter. They really like to take action, can be aggressive, very good leaders, can have some restless energy, very adventurous. Now, Aries is also a cardinal sign. So cardinal signs, which I've also done videos on, definitely the starters, the people who like to take action and implement things. So now we look at our second flavor or decan, and those Aries birthdays would be between March 31st and April 9th. So the second sign in that fire element would be the Leo. So you would have a lot of Leo traits and characteristics that would be affecting people with birthdays on these dates. So Leo is a fixed sun sign. It's very magnetic, very appealing, gets a lot of attention, can be dramatic, extremely proud. Leo rules the confidence, creativity, taking risks, being proud. Leo deals a lot with the ego, so there can be a lot of confidence issues depending on whichever way things swing. All of these characteristics of each of these planets and signs definitely can have a negative or a positive expression depending on how you exert your energy. And then the third flavor of Aries would be those with birthdays between the 10th of April and the 20th of April, and those would be considered the Aries Sagittarian. So that third and final decan would have a Sagittarian influence with the ruling planet Jupiter coming in with Mars. Mars is the ruling planet of Aries. So when it's an Aries, it's double Mars. When it's an Aries Leo, it's a Mars Sun because Sun rules Leo. And so the Aries Sagittarian has Mars and Jupiter because Jupiter rules Sagittarius. Jupiter's energy is extremely expansive. It's very optimistic. It's very forward-looking, very direct, very brash, very optimistic. Deals with a lot of good fortune, deals with teaching and wisdom and all of the things that rule the ninth house: traveling, learning, healing. Very principally based, dealing with a lot of higher moral justice type of issues. Social justice. These are all things that the Jupiter influence would have on the third decan Aries. So that was just a very small, tiny piece of one way to slice and dice some information to interpret astrology. As I stated before, it's definitely, the expression is not just related to what your sun sign is. You also have a rising sign, you have a moon sign, you have a Mercury, you have a Venus, you have a lot of other different planets and placements that have an effect on your personality and also what's happening around us every single day. So check out my links below. Please like, share, subscribe my videos if you haven't already. Peace, y'all. Yeah, so yo, all right, so